Let's dive into the world of Dragon Ball and explore every Z fighter's strongest attack. Each of these powerful warriors brings a unique set of skills and techniques to the table, and their signature moves have left an indelible mark on the series. First up, Chaozu's emotional sacrifice, the self-destruction technique. Chaozu may not get as much attention these days, but he's still an important Z fighter. He had a big part in the Saiyan saga, particularly during the intense battle against Nappa, where he tried to save his best friend Tien. Now, his self-destruction move might seem powerful since he puts everything he has into it, even sacrificing himself. But the reality is that it didn't do much damage to Nappa. Despite that, his sacrifice showed how much he cares for Tien and added an emotional depth to his character. Now let's talk about Yamcha and his Spirit Ball.
Spirit Ball! Attack!
He might be the subject of many jokes in the Dragon Ball series, but when he first appeared, he was a skilled martial artist with a variety of cool techniques. Back then, he could hold his own against even Goku. One of his signature moves is the Spirit Ball. Don't confuse it with Goku's Spirit Bomb though, because they work differently. Here's how he does it. He points his left palm up, charges his energy into a key ball, and then controls its path with his fingers. This allows him to hit his opponents multiple times. Now let's discuss Master Roshi and his max power Kamehameha. Master Roshi might be the oldest Z fighter, but don't count him out just yet. His years of practicing martial arts and understanding his ki have made him a master of the Turtle Hermit School and one of the mightiest mortals in Universe 7. His creation and expertise in using the Kamehameha reflect his strength. The Kamehameha isn't just the most famous move in Dragon Ball, it's a legendary technique across all of anime. Master Roshi, being its creator, has his own special version that only he can use. Sure, the max power Kamehameha is a bit slower, but it's incredibly powerful. He needs to be in his fully powered form and take some extra time to charge it up, but the results are worth it. Now let's focus on Tien and his Neo Tri-Beam. He is a dedicated martial artist who's been training non-stop since the day we met him. Over the years, he's shown off some powerful techniques, but none are as fearsome as his Neo Tri-Beam. To pull off the Neo Tri-Beam, he touches the tips of his fingers together, leaving a space between his palms. He then concentrates his energy into that space and fires massive square-shaped ki blasts. These blasts are so strong that they can even take down Cell when he's absorbed Android 17. However, using this move takes a lot out of him, so he has to be careful. Using it too much could be dangerous for him. Next up is Krillin and his Destructo Disc.
Here, catch!
Like Goku, Krillin trained at the Turtle Hermit School and mastered its techniques, including the Kamehameha. But he didn't stop there. He became an awesome fighter on his own, creating powerful moves that made him the strongest human in the series. His most famous technique? The Destructo Disc. He starts by raising his arm palm open towards the sky. Then, he focuses his ki into a super flat razor-sharp disc that spins at crazy speeds. This attack is so dangerous that even Goku borrows it sometimes. The Destructo Disc's cutting power is truly impressive, making it one of the deadliest moves in the whole Dragon Ball universe. Now let's talk about Android 18 and her Infinity Bullet. She started out as a relentless Goku hunting world-destroying machine. But over time, she changed, eventually becoming a valued member of the Z Fighters. Android 18's Infinity Bullet is her unique take on the classic Power Blitz move. She stretches her hands forward and taps into her endless energy supply to create a barrage of ki blasts. These blasts fire off rapidly, overwhelming her opponents. The Infinity Bullet made its debut when future Trunks faced off against her in his timeline. It's a testament to her evolution as a character and her formidable fighting skills. Next up, let's discuss Goten and Trunks, the young sons of Goku and Vegeta. While they have loads of potential, they really shine when they join forces as Gotenks. Even individually though, they've got some impressive moves. Unlike the other Z fighters, Goten and Trunks' strongest attacks aren't original. Goten's best move is the Super Kamehameha, which he learned from his dad Goku. On the other hand, Trunks uses the Big Tree Cannon, a weaker version of Vegeta's Final Flash. But when they combine into Gotenks, their moveset becomes totally unique, setting them apart from everyone else in the series. Now let's shift our focus to Majin Buu and his angry explosion. He started out as a force of pure chaos, hell-bent on destroying everything in sight. But thanks to the Grand Supreme Kai's influence, Buu discovered his good side and eventually joined the Z Fighters. Before that though, he faced off against Vegeta and unleashed his devastating Angry Explosion attack. The Angry Explosion is a super intense move where he charges up a ton of energy and releases it in a massive explosion around him. It's a wide-ranging attack that left Vegeta seriously injured. However, since joining the good guys, he hasn't used this move much. It's just too risky for his friends. Next up is Piccolo and Gohan's iconic Special Beam Cannon.
Special Beam Cannon! Fire!
The Special Beam Cannon is one of the most powerful moves in the entire Dragon Ball universe, thanks to its unmatched penetrating power. The move made its debut when Piccolo unleashed it against Raditz, and it's still making waves today, most recently when Beast Gohan used it on Cell Max. Nothing else in the franchise can match its concentrated force. But there's a trade-off for all that power. The Special Beam Cannon takes a while to charge up. To make it truly unstoppable, the user has to gather and focus a ton of energy, which involves striking a unique pose and placing 2 fingers on their forehead. It's best used when allies are around to distract the enemy, giving the attacker enough time to charge up for maximum impact. Next up is Vegeta and his final explosion. Among his moves, the Final Flash and Final Explosion stand out as his most devastating techniques. While both are incredibly powerful, the Final Explosion takes the cake due to its unique properties. When using the Final Explosion, he channels all his life energy and releases it in a massive explosion, reminiscent of Buu's Angry Explosion. This obliterates everything it touches. However, the move comes at a cost. It can severely weaken or even kill the user. Buu only survived it thanks to his regenerative abilities. Vegeta later used this attack in the Tournament of Power against Toppo, though he managed to survive this time around. And lastly, let's talk about Goku and his legendary Spirit Bomb.
Thanks again, Dragon Balls!
While the Kamehameha and its many variants is his signature move, the Spirit Bomb is his most lethal technique, even though it doesn't always work as planned. The Spirit Bomb's power comes from more than just Goku. It draws energy from all living things. To use the Spirit Bomb, he raises his hands to the sky and calls upon the energy of life itself. The Spirit Bomb's size and strength depend on how much energy he receives. The most massive and powerful version was unleashed against Kid Buu, wiping out all of his cells and halting his regeneration. The drawback? Like the special beam cannon, the Spirit Bomb needs a lot of charge-up time, so having another fighter around to distract the enemy is crucial.